think I need my handy dandy coffee. So anywho, guys, I just wanted to give you a 2 months update on baby girl, and I also wanted to kind of talk about my adventure with MASTITIS, which is, and I might not be saying it right, but that's okay, but basically it's a breast infection, I guess, you get when you're nursing your baby or you're pumping, and that could be due to, I guess, a clogged duct that didn't go away, that you didn't take care of, and therefore you get sick. And when I mean you get sick, you might think you got the coronavirus, okay? Because it's flu-like symptoms that you get. So I'll go into details exactly on how I felt, how I cured myself, and I think I'm still curing myself. But I also wanted to talk about, too, what it did to my brain. Because having a baby and dealing with everything else with motherhood, you have this thing called postpartum depression, baby blues. I think there's like a scale. Like, I don't want to say I had full-blown postpartum depression, but I can say that your girl wasn't right mentally. Like, I had some days where honestly I just wasn't feeling it. But I don't think I was depressed like I need medication. I just wasn't myself, that's all. Let's just put it that way. So let's talk about chiropoo. She's gonna be like, watch this video and be like, Mom, why you call me chiropoo? So let's see if I can get her up close in the camera. She's sleeping. Look at that face. Look at that face. Ooh, I'm about to knock down that chair. So, she is 2 months. She was officially 2 months on May 25th. I know it was June 3rd, so she's like a couple weeks. I don't know how many weeks. I guess 1, 2 weeks. Yeah, so she's 2 months old. And she has found her fingers. And what I mean by that is this is how she always holds her hands. Like, she ready to punch somebody. But now, like, and her thumbs are usually tucked in. So that's kind of like how she rolls. And so what I mean by she found her hands is sometimes she'll try to stick a finger in her mouth, this one, or sometimes she tries to like nibble on her thumb. But she hasn't figured out how to really suck her fingers. That's why she has a bobo for that. What else she does? She is breastfed mostly, but we had to supplement a couple times with formula. We're trying out our Earth's Best organic formula as of right now. Let's see, what else? She pretty much eats, sleeps. She has her own attitude, meaning, look at this. She woke up this morning, had her bottle, and didn't want to go to sleep by herself. So I put her in this. She fell asleep. I laid her back down. What'd she do? In an hour or so, she cried and where she wanted to be, on me. She loves her daddy. Me and my husband go back and forth on who she's more keen to, me or him. But he talks to her all the time, and she loves it. Let's see. She got her big brother wrapped around her finger. He likes to read to her. So when she's up and alert, he reads to her. And she is a more alert now. So like when they're in the newborn stage, all they do really is sleep. So she'll have a period during the day where she's up for like 2 or 3 hours. And it just depends. She drools a lot now. I think she's teething. I can't tell you for sure. But she definitely drools, and she does not like tummy time. You put her on her tummy for 2 minutes, you pick her up, she got like drool over her face, she's frustrated, she's mad at you. What else? That's pretty much it, you know? Just, she living her best life. So, now let's get to the real tea. Mastitis. I'm gonna call it mastitis. Anywho, so I am pumping. I'm exclusively pumping. I don't know when I'm going to stop pumping. I almost quit, but I really enjoy giving her breast milk. Especially with this whole coronavirus going on, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm giving her breast milk because it gives her all the antibiotics that she needs. It protects her. I read on a lot of Facebook groups of moms who've had coronavirus, but their baby didn't get it because they were breastfed. Whether it was through nursing or pumping, they're still being breastfed. So with that being said, anything I get, if I get sick or whatever, I feel like I'm doing the right thing by giving her my breast milk. But I will say I'm not a lactation consultant, but so just putting that disclaimer there, I ain't certified with the things that come out of my mouth, so don't be like, oh, Becca said. I ain't licensed. Just giving you my 411 on how I dealt with things. I just feel like by me giving her my breast milk, I am protecting her. And if I get sick, she's getting those protective factors through my milk. But I will also say that your mental is more important. So if pumping is mentally draining you, is making you feel insane, and trust me, I felt insane, I felt depressed, I felt gray, I felt very unhappy, then stop. But you have to make that choice. I chose to continue to pump despite the trauma. And let me tell you, it can get traumatic. So, one thing that happened to me, besides mastitis or maditis, whatever you want to call it, I had on my left boobie, I got a blister. Like my nipple was completely raw. It was white. Like it would look scary. Like I think there was even some like blood on it. Like, you know, like that's how raw it was. Like blood. Like it was cut. Pretty much. And I had to pump through that. Like this boobie was suffering when I was pumping, and I was just trying my best. Like I had these cushions that I would put in my flannels or flanges, not flannels, to help that sore boobie. It's better now. I feel like I got a whole new nipple because, you know, once the skin heals, you know, basically you shed the bad skin off, and now I got a whole new nipple and it's all better. But it was ugly and it hurt. Then I got mastitis, and basically what that is, you get flu-like symptoms. You get the fever, you get the chills, you are very cold. It could be hot, and I live in Florida. It could be hot in your house, 80 degrees, 90, 100, and you are freezing. And I had to put on layered clothes. And now let me tell you about this breast issue. With this whole coronavirus, you don't know if you got the virus or if you got some breast issues. I know I didn't have the virus because, let me put it out there, I can breathe. I did not have no snotty nose. I could, like, my lungs wasn't hurting, my chest wasn't hurting. The only thing I had was a fever and my body ached. And I got the chills. But I knew it was my breast and not the virus because my milk supply dropped. And when you have mastitis, your milk drops. So that's another thing that happens. And what's worse? You got a raw nipple, you have mastitis, and then your milk drops. Literally. It's like a triple whammy here because you're trying to feed your baby and you're going through all this. Literally, it's making you sick trying to feed her because you're getting the raw nipples, the cracked nipples, the mastitis, the fevers, the chills, and then your milk drops. It's like, can it get any worse? So then you feel bad because you're trying to feed your baby and you're trying to get through all of this trauma to feed your baby. And then now you have to supplement. So you just feel horrible all around because you're like, oh, I'm broken. That's how I felt. Like, I couldn't have her vaginally. I had to have a cesarean. So can't have natural birth because this is my second cesarean. And now apparently I can't feed my baby. So you see how this messes with your mind? You're like, I'm broken. So how did I solve my problem? Everybody told me to take antibiotics. But see, with this whole coronavirus, I did not want to go to the doctor. I did not want to go to the hospital because, first of all, how can a virtual visit, this is just my opinion, diagnose me? You're just going based on my symptoms. I know what my symptoms are. I know how to solve my symptoms. Now, I did seek consultation. I wrote my doula, and I also wrote my teacher from New York. She is the owner of Go Milk Yourself. I just want to make sure I say it right. Yes. She is the CEO of The Milking Mama. This is her book. This is my teacher. She was my 6th through 8th grade teacher in New York City. I'm giving her a shout out. I did not read this complete book, I'm just gonna be honest. But I'm glad for Facebook because I stayed in communication with her. And I'm glad for technology because I was able to reach out to her and tell her my symptoms. And she is a certified lactation specialist in New York, so I was able to reach out to her and seek advice. She also helped me pretty much throughout my whole breastfeeding journey because baby girl wasn't latching, so she helped me get her to latch. And then she also helped me kind of get through this mastitis issue by showing me how to hand express to get my milk out. Basically, how to massage my boobie and extract my milk out. Even though I'm pumping, it's good to have that knowledge so that I'm having a blonde moment. Okay, not blonde moment, but a moment. But basically, hand expression is good to know because after I pump, what I do is I squeeze on my boobies and make sure I get all the milk out. Your breast is never truly empty, but it's important to massage your boobies and get the milk out. So if you need advice on hand expression, milking yourself, reach out to her. I still call her my teacher. But she is a lactation specialist. She's a jack of all trades. Let's just put it that way. So I just want to give her a shout out. She has been very helpful with me in this journey that I've been going through. And so basically I spoke to her, told her my symptoms. She pretty much agreed that I had mastitis. So she showed me how to hand express myself, and basically told me to keep pumping every 2 to 3 hours. Because one thing I did do that I think caused my problem, or caused me to get mastitis, was I stopped pumping in the middle of the night. So from midnight to 6 in the morning I wasn't pumping, and I think that caused me some problems. So now I pump every 3 hours. I pump at midnight and I pump at 4 in the morning. I'm not skipping a pumping session from 12 to 6 like I used to. Besides hand expression and pumping every 2 hours for at least 20 to 30 minutes, I also took a few things. Because like I said, those fevers and chills, having a high fever, you need to take some medicine. I'm not against antibiotics. They just don't work for me. So with the help of YouTube channels, speaking to people, doing your own research, I'm going to show you what I took. I take probiotics, I take that. I take my prenatal vitamins. I take vitamin C. I take zinc. Ignatia and golden seal. I take sunflower lecithin. I might not be saying that right. And then I also take Immunical. My mother-in-law introduced us to this. It's some natural stuff. There's a platinum version and that's the basic version. So basically, let me tell you my morning routine besides making coffee. I make fresh orange juice. I live in Florida. We have a citrus, I guess, market where you can handpick your oranges, or they have them fresh there. I don't buy the oranges from the store. Not against the oranges at the store. I just want my stuff fresh. So we get some oranges. I make some oranges in the orange juice in the morning, and I mix it with a packet of Immunical. I have a weak immune system, so this is what it looks like. It's powder, and I just blend it with my OJ juice. Once I do that, I drink it, and I take my probiotics, and I take vitamin C. I do this every morning along with my prenatals. I take this every morning. I also take this 3 times a day, 1 pill. And I have another supplement, a breastfeeding supplement that I take 3 times a day as well. Pause. I'll get it so you can see it. And I'm back. So this is called Lecheta. That's how I would say it. Basically, it's a vitamin to help with your milk flow, but it also has like a calming factor. It makes mama less stressed. It also calms the baby's belly, because sometimes I realized that she would get gassy, so I was giving her gripe water. But basically, by taking this, it claims to make the baby calm. So I don't have to give the baby gripe water anymore because I'm taking this. So it, I guess, does whatever to calm the baby. Yeah, so promotes milk flow, digestive support for mom and baby. That's basically what it does. And yeah, so I take these two together. They're by Legendairy Milk brand. And I take this 3 times a day. 2 pills, 1 pill. And that's pretty much what I take on a regular basis. When I had the fever and chills, that's when I was doing the zinc, the ignatia, drinking tea. Shoot, if I could take my whole vitamin cabinet, I was taking it. And I feel better. I'm here to say that I feel completely better. I do recommend going and seeing your doctor. I just chose not to. I'm just being honest. With this whole coronavirus, I ain't want to go to no hospital, and I ain't going to no doctor's office. And I know I ain't speaking proper English, but that's just me being real. I needed to solve my own problem Becca's way. And I did it naturally, and I'm here to say that I feel much, much, much better. And guys, guess what? I got the brows done. Let me tell you. Almost 3 months without these bad boys done, I was looking hurt. And trust me, I feel beautiful. Shoot, this could have cured my mastitis itself. You know, when you sick and you looking ugly because of the virus, because of corona shut everything down, you can't go outside. You would be depressed too, boo. Okay? Let me just tell you. This virus shut everything down. Can't go nowhere, can't do nothing, can't get beautified. And then you a mommy to a newborn. So you sleep deprived, you looking flugly, you hurting, can't go outside. Trust me, you be depressed wanting to lay in bed all day too. So, but now I'm back to being beautiful, back to being my happy go self. Not every day is great, but I just love when I feel this way. I love being happy, and that's why I wanted to come on the camera today and share my happiness and share my solutions on how I cured myself, who helped me, what vitamins I took. Update you on baby girl. She's fine. 2 months. She's probably like 13 pounds now. I'll find out in a couple of days. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. Comment below if you have any questions. Or just give me feedback. Follow me on social media. Just show some support. And I'm going to keep twisting my head. Alright. I'm going to stop. Bye.